In 2024, I watched an entire 651 movies. 320 of those were just from 2024. In a previous video, I told you my least 10 favorite movies of the year, so now it's time for me to tell you my top 10 favorite movies of the year. At number 10, I have Deadpool and Wolverine. I love Ryan Reynolds. I love Hugh Jackman. I love Dogpool, apparently. So I enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed all the fan stuff they threw in, and it just made me happy. So it had to be in my top 10 favorite movies of the year. At number 9, I have Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. I thought Chris Hemsworth was a phenomenal villain in this movie, and I really hope to see him more as a villain in the future because he did such a great job. This movie overall just made me happy. There's lots of great action, lots of great scenes with just pandemonium happening, and it just made my heart happy. So I enjoyed this movie. At number 8, I have Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire. I promise they're not all action movies, but this movie just made me happy. I was giddy during this movie. I enjoyed the action scenes. I enjoyed Baby Kong and everything that came with this movie. It just was a lot of fun, and so I had to include it in my top 10 favorite movies. At number 7, I have Inside Out 2. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought they did a great job dealing with puberty and teenage emotions and just dealing with the stress that we put on each other and I really enjoyed it. It really tugged at my heartstrings. At number 6, I have Twisters. I really enjoyed this movie. I know a lot of people said it was kind of similar to the first one, but I liked the story. I liked how it ended up, how they worked together, and Glenn Powell is great in this movie. This is probably my favorite role I've seen him in. So I definitely say if you've not seen Twisters yet, that you need to check it out. At number 5, I have Fly Me to the Moon. I did not expect to like this movie as much as I did. Highly recommend if you've not seen this one to check it out because Scarlett Johansson and Channing Tatum do a fantastic job. This movie made me laugh. This movie made me cry. This movie made me smile. And it was just a fun watch. And I watched it with my parents who watched this live when it happened and they had a lot of fun watching this movie as well. So definitely check out Fly Me to the Moon. At number 4, I have The 688. This is a movie that you must watch on Netflix. I went into it pretty blind, but my goodness, Kerry Washington is phenomenal in this movie. She definitely makes you feel emotions, whether it's anger or sadness or happiness. She runs the gauntlet with you. So you absolutely need to see this movie because it is just such a powerful story. And then at number 3, I have Kill. I loved this movie. I really enjoy just mindless action movies. And this one wasn't even a mindless action movie. I thought the story that they told was great. The love story portion of it was wonderful. I enjoyed the fighting. I liked the change from kind of the first 30, 40 minutes to the rest of the movie and how why that happened and why it was driven how it was and all around this was a great movie. If you've not seen Kill and you like action movies, you need to watch it because it's that good. At number 2, I have The Wild Robot. My goodness, this is a fantastic movie. It's a fantastic animated movie, but it's just a fantastic movie all around. It makes me laugh, it makes me smile, it made me cry, and it's a feel good family movie that everyone can enjoy. So, Wild Robot it had to be on this list. And my number one movie of the year has to be Wicked. There's probably a little bias in this because I am a huge Wicked fan. I've seen the Broadway show 3 times. I've read the book. I've watched the slime tutorials a million times. And I have belted out this soundtrack for years. But they did such a great job. There's so many amazing Easter eggs. There's the singing is so good. The dancing is just wow. And I loved this movie. I cannot wait for part 2 and I feel like this is a movie that I'm going to be watching over and over again for a very long time. So, what are your thoughts on my top 10? Do you agree? Do you disagree? What are your top 10? Let me know.